My name is Jon Ormaechea. I'm a junior finance major and from Caracas, Venezuela. All my family originally is from Spain. All my grandparents came to Venezuela after the World War II because they had to leave Spain. And I was born and raised in Venezuela. My hometown is Caracas. And I lived there until I graduated from high school and came to the US for college. All my grandparents were born during the early 1930s. And when they were very young, the Second World War hit Europe, and especially Spain suffered from the Civil War. The current president at the time did not like the people where my grandparents were from. They're from the Basque region in Spain, which is the northeast. And so many of them at the time lost their houses. They had to work when they were like 10 years old. So when the opportunity to move to America, which was the land of freedom and the land of opportunity, came, they chose to come to Venezuela, and they got married, had my parents. So that was the main reason why they moved to Venezuela. Caracas is the biggest and largest city in Venezuela. The population is around 6 million inhabitants. So it's very urban city, very populated. It's kind of like a smaller version of New York. So everything is very much fast-paced. But unlike New York, I think people in Caracas still are very friendly, or still very genuine. So I really enjoy that about Caracas. Okay, so Venezuelan citizens, I think what distinguishes us from the rest of the world is the warmth of every individual. I think this is characteristic of Latin America in general, but I think in Venezuela this is most definitely the case. For instance, if you go to a supermarket, you can easily make friends, and everyone's very genuinely like friendly, and I think you don't really see that anywhere else in the world. I do feel an attachment to Caracas and of course Venezuela because I grew up there. I have all my friends there. Some of my family also lives there, and I really enjoy Caracas and in particular Venezuela. But unfortunately, Venezuela is not in a good socioeconomic status right now. So to start off my career, I would like to stay here in the States. But maybe 10 to 15 years from now, when I have more experience, more capital to invest, I would like to return to my country and start my own business. I really don't feel an attachment to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, mainly because this region is so different from what I'm used to, from what I know. So it's definitely been a great experience in terms of academics, but in terms of the social life, has definitely been a great change for me. So I don't really feel the same attachment to Winston-Salem as I do to Caracas, Venezuela. So one of the misconceptions that I believe that Americans have about people from Latin America is our race. They all believe that because we were born and raised in Latin America that we're inherently Hispanic, but it's not true. Like you can see, I'm white. All my family is white. Yeah, I think that definitely media has a big impact on this misconception, especially because of the great Mexican immigration to the U.S. So I think that's definitely played a very important role. Many Americans actually believe that we eat the same type of food that Mexicans do. So like they believe that just because I'm from Latin America, I eat like burritos and quesadillas, but this is not the case. We never eat this in Venezuela. We don't have this type of food there. So just because of the media has portrayed Mexicans kind of like the stereotype and of the Latin American people, that we all fall under the same category, but it's not true. And especially, like I said, in the race, in Latin America we have people who are like white race, who are Asian race, we have black people, so we have everything in Latin America, but just because we were born in Latin America doesn't make us Hispanic. That's not our race. I would say that most of the countries in Latin America, although of course they have differences in culture and everything, but I think like we do have like a lot of things in common. For instance, like I said, the warmth of the people. I believe that people in Latin America are very genuine and very true about each other, and you can tell this right away. So I think like Latin America has definitely a lot of common aspects, and of course the language is one. Every country in Latin America, except for Brazil, speaks Spanish, so that definitely unites us.